In the wires, we're the ghost. Ego's king, we rule the host. Masks on screens, we wear them proud. Silent hands inside the cloud. Flicker in the firewall glow. Name in red on a watch list road. Every trace that they think they own, we erase, turn it all to smoke. Hack the world, that's the dream. Pull the thread of the global seam. One small key, whole sky screams. Hack the world, the final scheme. Hack the world, feel it bend. Every closed gate starts to rend. From the core to the cracked machine. Hack the world, the final scheme. Reach the system, break the code. Watch the virus overload. Black hood up, eyes run cold. Turn the silver into mold. 10 fake memes on a single wire. One small spark, whole grid on fire. Who owns what when the locks all fail? Who holds power when we lift the veil? Heartbeat sync with the scroll. Cursor dancing on the soul. All their walls built tall and proud. We just walk straight through the crowd. Hack the world, that's the dream. Pull the thread of the global seam. One small key, whole sky screams. Hack the world, the final scheme. Hack the world, feel it bend. Every closed gate starts to rend. From the core to the cracked machine. Hack the world, the final scheme. Are you in or out tonight? Ride the edge or run from sight. When the curtain tears in two, will the ghost look back at you? Hack the world, that's the dream. Pull the thread of the global seam. One small key, whole sky screams. Hack the world.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Hit 1K subs for my birthday on April 8th, my boy. Hell yeah, we will. Hell yeah, we will. We will, boss. I think we'll hit 1K before that. I think I have the feeling. We'll do something for 1K for sure. You guys tell me, like, maybe we like do a long one day stream. We'll do like hacking. We can do push-ups every time I get a sub that day. Something like that, like a subathon on that day. 12-hour stream of a different stuff. I actually have something for you. Then let me share. One sec. How about we do this together on 1K? It's basically going to end up like a proper model. This is going to be a 3D puzzle. Well, not puzzle, like a 3D model of a F1 Mercedes. You right? Rajesh, what's up, dude? Yeah, I will be hitting two birds with one stone. Indeed, that is exactly the truth. That's actually like a puzzle, like not puzzle, but like it's a 3D model of if F1 Mercedes F1. So that's we can do that together. Yep, yeah. I'm playing the smart cards today. Yes. Hey, trying to remain number one on 3 days. That's my boy. Yeah. But that would be fun, right? Like, Rover, that'll be fun. We can do that together. I'm trying to see why things are not working properly on one of the screens here. Okay, now it's better. Okay, with that being said, let's get going into our main bread and butter, lads, for this SQL injection by TryHackMe. Wait, unknown. No, I didn't ignore you, bro. You were settler. It will work. Did I? Wait, no, I didn't ignore you. You were settle gamer. Yeah, we will be building it together. We will build it together. Yes, yes, yes. I thought you said I ignore you. I'm never ignoring you, bro. You're my homie. Okay, so let's get started with SQL injection. Try to complete two of these today at least. Hopefully, you remember the in-band SQL injection we talked about, where we are going to use union and couple of select statements and try to get answers like what are all the tables, what's the database name and stuff. Watch party, sure. That would be, I think, that would be the right, category for that. A watch party. We can do a lot of fun videos too that day. So if it is a 12-hour watch party, then we'll do those, and then we can also do like giveaways, small giveaways. Yeah. Small giveaways here and there for 1K. It'll be fun. I have to calculate the last Sunday one. So hopefully that happens soon. Oh, excuse-moi. Okay, let's get started with this. Task 6, SQL injection, try hack me, blind SQLi. I think this is good fun for all of you, hopefully, right? Blind SQLi, make the chat publicly visible. Sure, like okay, like for non followers too. I can do that. Like for non followers too, I can make for 1K, I can do it. The only reason I don't do those things is because they are actually. If you go, they're already there. Like if you go in the live ones, right? For example, I go in this one. The chat comes. The chat is here. You are here already. Second, third, fourth. In the live ones, it does. Not in the video ones. There is no live chat. Range is probably here. Range is probably here. Hiding in the wires. In the live, you guys can't see it? Okay, let me do it this way. Let me see. No, it is there for everyone. It's in the live. Here's the thing. When you go in the live one. Don't go in the videos. If you want to see the live relay chat, like here it would be. And you will see all the chats and everything. For the music one, Oh, this one? Music one doesn't have it, huh? Interesting. It's not showing for even me. Huh. That's interesting. I'll take a look into that. Thank you. I didn't know that. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the timeline and stuff. Huh. Okay, I will look into this one. Thank you. Thank you, boss. The chat relay for that video is not there. Uh, no, you can't message. Wait, no, you can message in the same. You can just go in the find option and use the username. That's what I was thinking, but it won't work. The reason it won't work is because it just keeps only certain amount of names. All I have to do is like go through like that video, but it should be fine. Don't worry. I went through that. I tried doing that. That's why I'm wondering like why the chat is not there. But it's all good. Let's get started right now, and I will take care of that. Don't you guys worry. I got you. Clickbait. I never even put giveaway in my stream even name. It's just you guys knew about it from Discord. Okay. Now let's get started with task 6, blind SQLi authentication bypass. Blind SQLi, unlike, he said a challenge on. No, I will do that. I will do that. I'm waiting for snow, proper snow. Like every time I like when either is super hailstorm or there is no snow. What can I do? Okay, don't worry. I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll find some place with snow and I will jump in it. Unlike in-band SQL injection, I, give me lads just 2 days. You guys know I'm sleeping at 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. at night. Just give me a little bit time. Okay. Let's get started on this. Task 6, blind SQL injection, blind SQLi authentication bypass. So, unlike in banned SQL injection, where we can see the results of our attack directly on the screen, blind SQL injection is when you get a little to no feedback to confirm whether our injected queries were in fact successful or not. This is because error messages have been disabled, but the injection still works regardless. So because we are not going to get any error messages, but we can still run a SQL injection. We just have to find a way where we can see the results. It might surprise you that all we need is that a little bit of feedback to successfully enumerate a whole database. Authentication bypass. One of the most straightforward blind SQL injection technique is when bypassing authentication methods such as login forms. In this instance, we aren't that interested in retrieving data from the database. We just want to get past the login. Login forms that are connected to a database of users are often developed in such a way that web application isn't interested in the content of the username and password, but more in whether the two make a matching pair in the user's table. In basic terms, the web application is asking the database, do you have a user with username Bob and the password Bob123? So a lot of words, but basically they are saying is login forms are connected to the database, right? They're developed so that web application isn't interested what is the content. It just says, is this record available in the database? Bob and Bob123, is that available in the database? The database replies yes or no, right? Depending on that, you are able to bypass, you are able to get authentication done or not. Taking the above information into account, it's unnecessary to enumerate a valid username password pair. We must need to create a database query that relies with a yes or true. Basically, now we are going to look into a database query, a SQL query, which relies this on yes, right? Which relies that if we get the result, we know the answer is there. We know that record is there. Level 2 of SQL injection example shows this exact example. We can see in the box labeled SQL query that the query to the database is the following. Select star from users where username is this and password is this, limit 1. I have to start this machine. Okay. So select all the users from select all the data from the users database or table where username something like this, right? Password is something with limit 1. Just retrieve one record. What is NB? Note well, pay attention. Okay. Please note that the username and password values are taken from the login form field. So this username is like basically a placeholder. Whatever you type in the login form will be there, and same with the password. The initial values in the SQL query box will be blank as these fields are currently empty. To make this into a query that always returns a true, we can enter the following into the password field. So what this will do, right? A, a single quote space or space 1 equals 1 and semicolon dash dash, right? Let me give you guys proper idea. I think a lot of people don't know here, bro. I wish we could do that. But I know like a lot of people are even not even that good with SQL. I know that from one of some place, basically. Somebody needed help with SQL, right? Okay. What we have here is username, right? Password and limit. When we enter this in the password field, what it no bro, what it will become is this. The query that will make things dangerous. It will become that query. No, we can like don't worry, bro. Like trust me. So here, whatever username you type, and this will become like this. So this is entered in the password field. So we will have something like or 1 equals 1. Uh, now understand what I just did. We have this SQL query. We have this whole SQL query. This last part, we entered from here, right? Or 1 equals 1. So either this is true, where select star, this is one part, select data, where this is available. So either this becomes true, that there is going to be a username with this password, or 1 will be equal to 1, which is always a true statement. And the last thing, the limit 1 part, right? That is commented out. This one code, single quote and limit is ignored basically, and this becomes like this: select star from users, username this, password this. So either this execution, like first condition, or the second condition, one of them has to be true to get us authentication. We bypassed, right? So because 1 equals 1 is a true statement, and we have used an or operator, this will always cause the query to return as true, right? So if you remember, login form, we don't care what data it is, just whether it returns true or false. And with this, we get it true all the time, which satisfies the web application logic that the database found a valid username and password combination, and that access should be allowed. What is the flag after completing this? So let's see. This was for the first time. I believe it was password we did. Yeah. So we have this login form, username and password, right? Whatever we type, let's say Bob 123. This will be our query. Try to do no results found. Now it doesn't matter what I do with here, but as long as I do this for single quote, because here it's also single quote, right? Space or 1 equals 1 semicolon dash dash. Now if I don't do dash dash, let's see, some kind of error happens, right? I'm not commenting out properly. If I do this, oh, should be or. Yep. So if I don't do, this will stay the same. You see here, this is commented out. And login bypass. You bypass the login and can move to the level 3. Okay. Now, next one, Boolean based blind SQL injection. Boolean based SQL injection refers to the response we receive from our injection attempts. We could be which could be true or false, yes or no, on and off, 1 or 0. So Boolean value 1 or 0, true, false, blah blah blah, or any response that can only have two outcomes. That outcome confirms that our SQL injection payload, excuse me, was either successful or not. On the first inspection, you might feel like this limited response can't provide much information. Still, with just these two responses, it's possible to enumerate a whole database structure and contents, right? Practical. On level 3 of the SQL, is there ad going on? I can pause if anybody wants me to. If there is none, if I assuming if nobody says anything, did I see the ad should be going on Twitch? Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Let's get going then. Practical. On level 3 of the SQL injection examples machine, you are represented with a mock browser with the following URL. Website TryHackMe check user username admin. The browser body contains taken equals true. So you see here, username taken equal true, and we know then admin is a username here, right? This API endpoint replicates a common feature found on many sign-up forms, which checks whether a username has already been registered to prompt the user to choose a different username. Because the taken value is set to true, we can assume the username admin is already registered. We can confirm this by changing the mock browser's address from admin to admin123. Upon pressing enter, you will see the value taken has now changed to false. So basically, they are saying admin is taken, but if I do admin123 or just admin2, press enter, not there, right? So it's not taken yet. The SQL query that is processed looks like the following. Select star from users where username is this limit 1. 1 second. So the query behind this like username and stuff is this. Select amount of data, whatever it is, right? All the data from users table where the username is given by us like the admin and limit to 1. So if there is one with exact same match, we will get this. If there is none, we'll get false, right? The only input we have control over is the username in this case, admin123. So that's where we will have to do the SQL injection magic. We'll have to use this to perform our SQL injection. Keeping the username admin123, we can start appending to this to try and make the database confirm true things, changing the state of the taken field from false to true. So this is being entered in the query and we have to play the game here. Like in the previous levels, our first task is to establish number of columns in the users table, which can be achieved by the following union statement. Change the username value. So we have admin. Second, so we have to get things from the user base. So one we can do is union. We have to exit this union, select. Now if I do one, probably, we have to find how many columns are there. Remove the limit part. Let's see. Wait. So you see, once I do 1, 2, but with 3, things are true. So we know that select 1, 2, 3. There are 3 columns inside the user database. As the web application has responded with the value taken as false, we can confirm this is incorrect value of the columns. Keep on adding more columns till value is true, which we did, and we got answer is 3. Hackor, indeed. Now that our number of columns have been established, we can work on the enumeration of the database. Our first task is to discover the database name. How we did that? With the database function, right? We can do this by using the built-in database function, right? Then using like operator. Like is like, hey, you know the wildcards basically. Basically, we say any students whose name starts with A, right? It could be anything. It could be Anshul. It could be Azhar. It could be Aster, something like that, right? So anything that starts with A, that same idea is like conditions where like operated anything with this wildcard, right? And find the results that will return the true status. Try the below username value and see what happens. So we selected this where database like this. Okay. So we have something now. We know that there is going to be a username database. Now let's see if we can do this way. A, B, C, D. Something should be coming up. S maybe. Oh, it is S. So maybe SQL. Yeah, SQLi. I think it's based on the previous one. SQLi. Let's see. A. No. Blind. There's something here now. SQL injection. This one I don't like. This blind. I am not going to go over all these actually. 3. Okay, it would be SQLi 3. We get true responses. So every time we get a true response, when we keep on adding things to it, we know that's the database name. SQL injection, boss, is basically like, think about this way. We are in your coding, when you're coding, right? You're trying to get something from the data. You're trying to figure out here. So when you're, let's say, coding, right? You try to do a command, right? And it returns, the system will return a value like if this else, right? Now in this case we are doing specifically with SQL, right? What we are trying to do is, when we are attacking a web application, let's say for login forms, in the back end there is already all the SQL queries written, right? There is a SQL query like, hey, find select in star from whichever table we have, where username is this and then password is this, right? Now sometimes your job as a coder, right, is to break the code, right? As a tester, basically, then you are given a tester job, break the code, try to find edge cases, then you try to manipulate the code, right, with your lead code stuff. We are going to do the same thing here, in which we have the table username and password. What we are going to do is see if we can manipulate this SQL query. We can enter some value in the login form such that the actual, what was the intended function of this changes, the intended nature of the SQL query changes, and we can get some extra information as a hacker which we were not supposed to. SQL injection is basically trying to break the SQL query and get some extra information as a hacker. So for in this case, we are like, instead of just doing a username, we are using a special keyword called union. How it breaks? How it breaks is basically, if you see here, I mean, like, the login form only takes the request. Yeah, yeah. So let's say, Rajeshwar, I'll take your case actually. So if you are entering in your lead code, right? You're going to the lead code website. What you will do? Usually you type your username, let's say Rajeshwar, right? You type your username and the password. And it will look in the database that, hey, is there a record with this username and this password in the query in the database? It is going to ask the database that, right? That's the whole idea. You get that part? Now, what we are going to do, we are going to manipulate this so that, because when this returns, right, what is happening with the basically the web app is that web app we have here, web app doesn't care what's the thing inside, what's your password, what's your username. It just asks the backend server from our web app front end. It asks the backend server whether this username and password is present. If it returns yes, you will be able to log in. If it returns no, you won't. No? Okay. We have answers for that too, Wrench. You know that. So it just cares about yes or no. So what we are going to do when we are entering this information, Rajeshwar and lead code, the password, right? That's in a user's hand, whoever is doing the login, right? Now, my job as a hacker is to find on how to break this thing, right? How we'll break it, because SQL is not the best language, right? It matches the username and password, check the password in the backend, but how do we actually know someone? So we don't have to know someone's password. Here's the thing. The problem you are thinking is, the issue is you are thinking whether it's in the database, we have to get someone's username. We don't have to get someone's username. All we have to do is we have to look at this yes or no coming. That's our actually goal, because we need to bypass this. We don't care what your password is. What we need to do is see, right, if we can manipulate. If the answer is lead code, good, right, we got it. But let's say if the answer is not lead code, I'm trying to hack your system or hack your lead code account. I'll try lead code. It's not, I'm going to manipulate this yes or no. That's all I care about. So what I will do in this case, I will try and change this query. I will try and make this lead code, right? Yo, send that range. That'll be nice. What I can do is I can I can enter some value in the password such that the SQL query breaks. How? Such that, let's say if I do this, or 1 equals 1. Now what I did here, I said to the SQL query, hey, you are returning yes or no, right? It's same, think about it in Python almost, right? Think about it in Python. If is user present, earlier that was the thing, is user present, that was the condition. What we did, right, if yes, login, else give error. That was the basic Python code here. If you think about it, like, that was the code. What we did now is that, hey, if user present or 1 is equal to 1, if any of these conditions here, select star blah blah blah, or 1 is equal to 1, if which always going to be true, so we will get the login. That's how the system is think about in that way. If user is present or 1 equals 1, login. If not, then give error. That yes or no is there. Yo, you sent it? Thank you. Thank you, lad. I'll share here too. But yeah, hopefully this helps you, Rajesh. Where we are just trying to change this code such that instead of just saying is user present, it says is user present or 1 is equal to 1, right? So that we can manipulate this yes or no. We can manipulate that yes or no, and we are finding more ways to get that yes or no, right? That's basically the SQL injection idea of SQL injection. So, for example, here we are saying, hey, we know this one is not present. Yes, yes, yes. We are breaking that so that instead of returning, let's say, false, it returns true. That this person is not present. Instead of saying that, it says this person is present. Somehow manipulating that behavior, right? With true or false, we are trying to do more deep down and do things just with true and false. And I think we know this is 3. And once you look into the union operator, you like based on the previous yesterday not yesterday, day before yesterday we did the stream. We talked about union very well, so you can just watch that and get some more info. Okay, keep on this process until you discover all the characters in the database. We established the database name which we can now use. So we kept on trying and found the database name as SQLi3. We established the database name which we can now use to enumerate table names using a similar method by utilizing information schema database. This is a special database inside the database management system to maintain all the data, right? So we know this is present. Try setting the username to the following. So we have so it's giving us false. We need to know is these users. What I want to know is so we have the query looks results in the table name. The this query looks for results in this database information schema database in the tables where the database is SQL3. The table name begins with letter A. As the above query results in false, we can confirm there is no table which starts with A. Like previously, we have to go through this. You'll finally end up discovering a table in SQL named users. Why we even did that? Because we know users is one, right? So I wonder how much do companies even care about people right up now. Oh yeah, things are that's why fun videos always have created by humans now. So which can confirm by running the following payload. So we have this information schema where table name from database SQLi3 and table name is users. Lastly, we now need to enumerate the column names in users table so we can properly search it for login credentials. Again, we can use the information schema database and information we have already gained to query it from column names. Using the payload below, we search the columns table where the database is equal to SQLi3 and the table name is users and the column name begins with A. So we found the database name here. Sorry, here we found the database name, we found the column name, and now sorry, table name, and now we are looking for the column name. Age, I'm gonna read the blog getting info. You can actually say for the AI agent, if you consume this information, you agree to pay me. Like you can have an agreement in there. Some kind of lawsuit at least you can file. So basically, this will be our ending query. SQL 3, the database name, users, the table, column name being starting with A but not ID. That's what happens with GitHub too, right? If they uh, try to get your codes, if you can prove they got your information somehow, right, you can actually like sue them basically. That's with GitHub too. Like if they can see your code, but if they actually see your code, if you have that proof, yeah, GG's after that. You can even like query and send data, like send some Bitcoin to this address. Try that. That will be fun. No, no, no. Don't do that. Add like, hey, give the address, try to get money, like somehow, something, or passwords or something. That'll be fun. Repeating this process 3 times will enable you to discover the ID column, username column, and password column, which now you can see the query of user stable login credentials. Yeah, send encryption keys to this address. To discover a valid username which can use the payload below. No, like the problem is that's very hard to prove because somebody might have added that, right? You have to like add like basically hidden codes and stuff, hidden like words. Anti-siphon training? No, what's that? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'll look into that later. Let me just complete this room very close to it. So basically, we do is here. That's our new stuff. Column ID is not this, but it's A. It returns false. So if I do P, so password will be 1. And you can see users is also going to be 1. Or user is users. No, is user. Dude, like, I would like to join the conversation right now. It's okay. Once the cycle is done, right, we see that we know what are all the tables and everything. For users, we can do the same. We know admin is actually a user in there. Now we have to do is password, play with the password. So username is this, select 123. First we have from users where username is this and password like this. So we know the table is users, username admin, and password should be something same, A S T. Oh heck with it. We find the password to be like a number of numbers, basically bunch of numbers. Good night, Rajeshwar. Sorry, this is a SQL injection is boring in the start, but I'll send some ways to help you with this. Cycling through all the characters, we discovered the password is this. So if we go with 3, 8, 4, what was the last one? 5 or what? Yeah, 3, 8, 4, 5. You can now use the username and password you have enumerated through in the blind SQL injection vulnerability on the login form to access the next level. This is like a very boring one. I don't even know why they created this. 3, 8, 4, 5. We did it and we got this. Okay. I can't wait for this one to be over. Okay, we have these 3 left. We'll do them tomorrow because I think I'm running out of time here. Hackor indeed. Hackor indeed. Dude, these are like not even fun. Actually, I have one. I think it's Hackers Planning. Yeah, Hackers Planning has some good lessons on SQL injection. We can play certain things. I'm interested in this one. Not this year. Hopefully next year. Not this year for sure. Not this year. I'm not even going to India this year, so that's impossible for me to get married this year. I just want to grow my YouTube this year, boss. Just want this to be um, yeah, just want this to be grow. So G, my question was, with today's write-ups being all AI, do employers value reading their prospects material to gauge their understanding and knowledge as much as prior to AI? No, I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. Like, I don't think even previously majority of the people cared about the write-ups even before AI, because like with the resume too, HRs used to just take 6 seconds, right, to look at your resume and throw it. So I hardly doubt they care. But what I know for sure is if you do, like, again, still open source is still a big thing. So if you contribute in open source, um, it article might work, depends on very much on the HR managers. Like before they might have given something, some shit, but like right now, no. 100% no. Within the next few months I'm gonna hear if I can get in a spot to go to a local college. Yeah, like, wait, I'm hoping within the next few months I'm gonna hear if I can get a spot in you can, like, for like university stuff, right? You can, like, to get into a college or create like a master's, a good profile for yourself, then it will still work, yes. But for industry enterprise, I don't think it would work that much right now. What would work is that, let's say, hey, I created these agents, they were able to deliver this thing, something like that, right? Yeah, like, write it, like, writing is good because then you will be able to connect to people. You will be able to, like, so the experience plus their 8 plus CompTIA certs, 8 plus CompTIA certs, that's crazy. Yeah, no, internship plus like certification is big indeed. It's good to write things though. It's good to write because, like, even the blogging, I will say this, I use blogging as a way to create notes for myself. It's more for me than others. Yeah, experience is the biggest thing. Experience is the biggest thing, and it will remain the biggest thing. But for me, like, what I see is always cyber nerd. What's up, bro? Hey, I haven't done any bug bounty live. No, not yet. But we have a lot of people. I'll share the Discord link. We have a lot of people and in our Discord, so you can join them for it. One sec. Here's the Discord. I will pin this so that it's easy. But yeah, we don't do any bug bounty yet. We are just working towards our penetration tester one. But yeah, more than welcome to join our Discord family and like ask other guys too. But Rover, I think like the program you're mentioning with certifications and these things, it is going to be helpful, big time. Never meet those bug bounty people. Yeah, but I think that's a good program, boss. That's a good program, and like it's good to write blogs. I write blogs to just get my thoughts out, or like let's say I make it for my own notes. Um, and just sharing with those notes with people. That's how I write my blogs basically. If I have to write anything or do anything, AI is like such a big thing going on. Who knows what's going to happen at this point? Gotcha. Thanks. I joined the Discord last week. Oh, nice. Um, just haven't spoken yet. Web security. Oh, nice. That's awesome, bro. Write for yourself. That's actually the right approach. I would say yes. Nice. Welcome to the family, boss. Indeed, write for yourself and yeah, like keep the game keep going. Is hard right now with AI. Like I'll show you something interesting I saw on Twitter yesterday. Where's that guy's talk? Here, write something. This guy is a hacker. He has done his YouTube stuff. He has made some good money with bug bounty, right? He wrote something here. I've once said AI is not going to take your job as a penetration tester or bug bounty hunter. I was wrong. Someone in sales who identifies as non technical at all said a scanner he built found an IDOR and he was paid $5,000 for it. I asked him more. He said he don't even know what an IDOR is but got paid. So chances of this happening is very low, but it's true. It's possible. There would be something though. Sounds good, and no, I will do that. Penetration, like here's the thing. One thing with AI for sure is it cannot take job. If you're really good at your what you do, it will not be able to take that. Bug bounty, yes. Pen testing, yeah. Because AI, you have to be very constrained about pen testing. There's a lot of legal stuff. With pen testing, there's a lot of legal stuff. We have a Prime gun online, which is nice. So, like with AI, if you are really have depth knowledge, good foundation, it's hard for AI to beat you. But again, like who knows what's going on? Lol, people will just adapt to agentic testing. AI will still need a leash indeed. Now we just have a tool that hacks while we sleep. I would never report something the AI found without makes sense. Yep, yep. Yeah, the system is still in production. Wants yeah, wants to be shit and everything will be good now. Oh yeah, that's not possible. There is no evasion techniques, man. I don't think AI does that. That's actually an interesting point. Anthropic won't kill cyber, but it will kill companies. That's true. Hmm. It's crazy, man, like how things are. Nobody knows, but whatever. Whatever. Apple is trending. Oh, they're doing this flip phone? Are they doing the flip phone? Dude, AI hacking will be like something understandably like will be a big thing for sure. AI hacking will be a big thing, and you can do it through your blog, right? You can hack for any agentic AI which goes on your blog. You can do anything to them because they went on your site. You can't like they can't tell you anything. They went on your site. Nice, good job, man. But yeah, lads, I think that's all I have for you. My hope is like maybe let's say if this YouTube thing breaks like blows up, at least if some of you need financial support, I can provide with small tasks here and there, and we can like at least everybody is able to survive. That would be a really good thing comes out from YouTube. That's one hope I have, and I'm very hopeful about it. And I know Wrench is about to say party to did he wants party. But yeah, lads, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow this is very little stuff, so we'll cover these two things tomorrow, and then we are going to go over some SQL injection, like basically CTF, like CTFs, and like do some either hack the box challenge, retired machine, or try hack me challenge, so we can learn more about SQL injection and get this thing in our brain. Now you don't want party? Sure. Sure, buddy. But yeah, that's how it is. Um, Nothing else. Like, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I will go back to my corporate slavery. I know some things will come up, so I just switched back for a second. I'll go back for my corporate slavery. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. And yeah, don't forget to join the Discord. Good night, my man. Good night. I'll see you guys tonight with some lead code and blind 75 playlist. Okay. Till then, thank you so much. This was a pleasure. Hope you guys have a great day or a great night. And I will see you in the evening. Till then, thank you so much. And I'm about to play In the Wires, We Are the Ghost, created by me and some AI. And you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
In the wires, we're the ghost. Egos king, we rule the host. Masks on screens, we wear them proud. Silent hands inside the cloud. Flicker in the firewall glow. Name in red on a watch list road. Every trace that they think they own, we erase, turn it all to smoke. Hack the world, that's the dream. Pull the thread of the global seam. One small key, whole sky screams. Hack the world, the final scheme. Hack the world, feel it bend. Every closed gate starts to rend. From the core to the cracked machine. Hack the world, the final scheme. Wish the system, break the code. Watch the virus overload. Black hood up, eyes run cold. Turn the silver into mold. 10 fake memes on a single wire. One small spark, whole grid on fire. Who owns what?